What's up, guys? It's James of JW Junk, and today I wanted to give you guys a quick little quoting overview on how I price my jobs and how I go about it. I know sending quotes out to customers seems very daunting when you don't know even where to begin, so hopefully this helps kind of break it down for you guys and makes it a little bit easier. Before you can start giving out quotes, it's important that you know your overheads. So how much are you spending on ads? How much is your trailer payment? How much is your truck payment? How much are you spending on insurance, etc.? So how much are you spending every month just to essentially exist, right? Once you figure that out, then you can start looking into dump fees. It's important to note some dumps charge by volume, other dumps charge by weight. For example, mine charges by weight. It's about $80 per ton. So what I did is I factored in my overhead expenses and I factored in my general dump fees, and I created my minimum. My minimum personally is $100. It's a flat rate. So if a customer has a couch sitting out on their curb, it's going to be $100 for me to come out, pick up the couch, and take it to the dump. Now, if your overhead and your dump fees are more than mine, your minimum is going to be more than mine. However, $100 is about where I'm at for my flat rate as of now. Once you get your minimum, you can use it as a building block for quotes. I like to break my quotes up into 3 separate categories: volume, time, and labor. How much space is it going to take up on my trailer? How long is the job going to take me from start to finish? And how hard is the job going to be? I personally charge by volume, while my dump charges by weight. Reason I charge by volume is because it's a lot easier to get a general idea of how much space an item is going to take up versus how much it weighs. For example, if you look at a room full of clutter, it's going to be a lot easier to gauge how much space it takes up on your trailer versus how much it's all going to weigh. For example, as of right now, my numbers are at $125 for a quarter load, $250 for half a load, and $500 for a full load. Now, this is just for general household items, right? Now, if we start talking concrete and bricks, that's going to fluctuate because my dump charges by weight, right? But now that that's out of the way, we can look at time. I always start my time from when I hook up my trailer to when I park it back into the driveway, right? So if a job takes me an hour, I try and be at about $100 per hour. Now, the job might only take 5 minutes, but it took me an hour in total to get there and to park it back into the driveway, right? So once we get the time put together, then we can start factoring in labor. How hard is the job going to be? Are you moving the couch from the second story loft down into the trailer, or are you just picking up by the curb? Are you demoing a building and needing to pick it all up? Because labor is extremely important because you need to factor in help. Because help is an extra expense, which you need to tie into your quote, right? So it's very simple. You just need to break it down. Now, these are just my numbers. It all is going to vary for you, but hopefully this helped you guys. Just keep hustling, keep trying. To promise you it gets easier.